About the weather now. It's a nice night out there, kind of cool.
Yeah, and the wind dropping off finally.
Nice.
Sigh of relief across central Texas as we can at least temporarily say goodbye to the wind. It is still breezy outside now, not as strong as the winds were earlier, and these gusts will continue to drop here through the night. You can see some of the trees at the bottom of your screen from our Ewald Kubota weather camera there in Georgetown are still moving there with the wind that has not given up quite yet. Gusts, though, have dropped down to 21 miles per hour in Austin. These winds coming out of the northwest at this point. So what happens to the wind gusts going into the future? Well, I still expect it'll be breezy through midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning or so. And then we'll really start to see a more significant drop in the wind. Very light wind and gusts up to 15 miles per hour is hardly a gust at all. And that's tomorrow morning at 7. And then we'll see the wind dropping off even more tomorrow afternoon with gusts less than 10 miles per hour. That is a big significant improvement over where they were today. However, when we start to see the wind shift from the north to the south going into Friday, the wind speeds start to pick back up again and seeing gusts back over 20 miles per hour in some places Friday morning and gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour Friday afternoon. Now, the air is not going to be as dry as it was today, but don't be surprised if Friday is our next day of fire weather concern. Now, also in our favor tomorrow is the relative humidity, which will be rising in the morning. Now, it does drop off again tomorrow afternoon, not as dry as it was today, but still dry. However, the lack of wind is really helping us here tomorrow. So the wildfire risk here for tomorrow is either a 2 out of 5 for most of us or a 3 out of 5 for some of us. Gone are the 5 out of 5s that we had here today. However, we go into Friday, that south wind picking back up, and most of us then move into a 4 out of 5 fire danger, except parts of the hill country up to a 5 out of 5 again. So it's not going to be the same level of risk as today for most of us on Friday, but it will certainly be elevated again. Now we've got a clear sky overhead, and with lightning winds or lessening winds, we will see these temperatures fall rather quickly past midnight. We're at 65 now. I think we'll be waking up tomorrow morning with widespread 40s. There could even be some middle and lower 30s in the hill country where I just can't rule out a few towns getting down to the freezing mark, although a light freeze at that. So 73 here tomorrow, plenty of sun, just a very light wind. Temperatures keep climbing into the weekend, upper 80s Saturday and Sunday ahead of our next cold front. Also climbing into the weekend will be humidity that'll start to rise Friday night during the day Saturday, peaking on Sunday in the muggy category. And what's also going to happen Sunday, the chance for some rain and storms, but not likely until Sunday evening, night into the first few hours of Monday. This does carry a low severe weather risk, right now highlighting Milam County being in that risk for now, although if our confidence for storms goes up, I wouldn't be surprised if the severe weather risk starts to spread farther south and west, closer to the metro. So that cold front late Sunday into early Monday does knock temperatures down to 80 on Monday. We do dry out, though, after a morning shower or storm chance. And then we're back up into the mid-80s again on Tuesday, low 80s next Wednesday.